Okay, so we have here a chain key lock. Here is the chain key working. And then to pick this, we need a few different tools. I've got one here that is flexible and goes into the back. There are only 5 pins, but they are difficult to get to because there is a kind of a serpentine keyway here. And this pick is able to get past that bend. And I think I'm binding on pin 2, which is the first pin past that part. Now there is a pin 1 right in the front. Well, that's binding, I think. Hold on. You heard that click? That is the only pin that gives any reasonable feedback. So I think I've got 1 set and 2 set. Yeah, just double checking on 2. It's hard to tell. And then the rest needs work. Now, it's very difficult to get high up there in the back, so I've got a wire here, a very thin wire. Should be able to do that. There we go. Takes some effort to get it in there, and then you kind of have to twist it so that the tip descends enough. And then once I do that, I can kind of push it across the bottom. And hopefully it's so flexible, it's so bending so much that just trying to get enough pressure and light and tension so that I can get those back pins. I seem to be stuck on something too. No, there we go. All right, so that's 5 in the back there. It's hard to tell if that's set or not. Switch picks and see if I get any better read on this. I can't even reach 5. It's probably a good sign. 4, pretty good. 3 binding. Yeah, 3's binding. Where's 3 set? It's hard to do a jiggle test back here. Not quite sure what the holdup is, so I'm just going to go through everything again. So that's 2. Let's see, 1 might have fallen out. Nope, I think 1's okay. Yeah. Okay, 1 set, 2 set. I bet it's that one all the way in the back. So I can't really feel it at all. Let's try to get back there again. Maybe I wasn't dropped down far enough, so let's try to do that. I'm going to release tension a little. Give me a little bit better chance of moving moving that one as I get up against it. Yeah, okay. That's 5 binding. I bet that's not set. Okay, that was something. With some movement. Let's see what changed. There we go. That was pin 3 was really stuck at the end there. So I think what happened, the reason that took so much time is 5, and we'll see when we got, is a max lift, and it's very difficult to get to it. And so it took some time to set that. And then 3 wasn't quite set. It was a little misleading, and it's very hard to get feedback on that. Anyways, we'll we got this lock now. Let's start by adjusting the camera, so I'll zoom out. Okay, we'll get this out of the vise. Stand. Make this a little easier. Okay, and let's see, what am I missing? A gutting tray. All right, I think I got all the things. So this is a double Euro, and so it's going to be a little bit of a difficult gut. So for starters, I picked the long end, so we're going to want to make sure to gut this one. And you can see it's clearly picked. So let's see, I'll start by locking that back up because I want to take the C-clip on this side off first. Let's see if we can find the edge of that guy. There he is. There's one edge. Let me grab the other. Okay, it's not really coming out. Here, let me zoom out a little. Give me a little bit more breathing room. I'm definitely not a fan of gutting, or I should say, reassembling these double Euros after gutting them. But I can't bring myself to cut this lock. Okay. Close. Maybe not. Needs to open a little bit more. Okay, that must have it. There we go. There's the C-clip. All right. There's no good way to do this, folks, so we're just gonna open it up, make sure I have the right side. Okay, long side. All right, I'm gonna turn, let's see, let me think about this. I'll turn this way, and I'm gonna pull out like this. Oh man, I think I need the, I think it's bound up here, and therefore I need to take the other C-clip off. All right. So, let's see. Where'd my other wrench go? Right here. Almost knocked the camera over on that one. It's definitely a harder lock to gut than the pick. Okay. All right, now we got both C-clips off. So let's try that again. Again, I want the longer side. That's the one I picked. All right, turn this way. And I want to try to pull it out. And I wonder if I need a second key. I wonder if that's the issue. Okay. I got this one moving. That's crazy. I can get the one that I didn't pick out, but not the other one. I wonder why that is. I mean, I guess I could just gut both sides, huh? I just might do that. Sure, what's the downside of doing that? All right, let's take this guy out a little bit more. He's still bound to this cam. Oh, hold on, but now I have some motion. I still can't move it. Still stuck on that cam. All right. There we go, finally. All right, we could still salvage this. So here, I'm gonna take the, nope, it's still stuck in the cam. Why won't it let go? All right, back to the original idea. Out we go. So these are all the parts on the side I did not pick. That's the core I did not pick. And then why won't this mechanism come out? I would have hoped, after all that, finally. All right. There we go. Okay, we're dropping some pins out here. That was a key pin on number 1. I believe I got a driver stuck on this side. What a mess. What a mess. There's clearly something stuck in here. Okay. Oh, I see. We mangled a spring. That's it. Okay. So let's see what we got here. So that was key pin 1. Let's get the key out. So it wasn't a cam after all that. Somehow in pulling things out, I mangled this spring. And that just gummed everything up. All right. Well, got an empty euro here. Side I did not pick. Keep on the right. And let's get the rest of these guys out. Okay, 2, 3. Oh, no, that was 4. Okay, she went in the right place. That's 5. And then, okay, cool. So those are the 5 key pins. I'll put the core over here on the side. So if you look at this, there's 5 pins, but the second piece is a detent with a ball bearing in it. So if I put this properly in order, it'll look like this. Okay, and then this big spring is the one for the ball bearing. Then you see we have 5 standard driver pins. Go like this. Okay, and then we have 5 springs. Like this, like that. Okay. Yeah. So what's left? Well, there's a lot of, the most interesting part of this lock is in the core still. So let's take that apart. There was a tail piece right in here, and part of the actuator is still in there. And there's another clip, there's another ring around here that we need to get off. All right, so let's see if I can just pull that out. You know what I probably need from both sides again. Let's do this. Can't really find the end there. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's on there really tight, actually. I know how to... It's a good way to open that. Get in there. Oh, I could pry like this, actually. Okay, I'll take some of the pieces out, but yeah, that's bending it just a bit so that maybe I can slide this piece out. Yep. Okay, so there's the tail piece. And there's part of the actuator here so that when the key pushes in, it pushes the whole cam back and can open the latch. There's this piece. Okay, got that ring off. And now, the most interesting part. Okay, that's the top of the keyway. And then here, this piece just came out, but I'll put it back so you can see the bottom of the keyway setup. You see these layered ridges on both sides? That actually creates a channel for the key, and then of course the pick to use. Here, let me see if I can zoom in and show off a few things here. So first off, the key. So how this is intended to be used, this is the bottom of the keyway. You can see as the key inserts, it moves along that serpentine path. Okay? And those layers are there so that the grooves at the bottom fit nicely in there and it can glide. That's important because on the top of the keyway, there's no ability. There's so many notches on the sides here, and this is pretty tight and uniform channel width that there's no real way to guide anything through this part. So the reason that's important is I use this 12,000 stick pick for to get back here, and you can see it can very easily bend through that channel, and I can get some leveraging action here, but only so far. I can only get so far and use this height to leverage, and that's why for this max lift here in the back, I needed something different. And so I had this wire that would do something similar, and then what I was able to do is turn back and forth the wire and kind of leverage this out a bit to get a little, just a little bit more height to be able to get that last pin. That was my strategy, at least. Okay. And let me just show you how this is constructed. There are these layered pieces of the channel. So the topmost layer, and you have all those ridges there. They kind of lock in like that on both sides. And you can see this black layer underneath is a little recessed, so that's how the chain fits in there like a little bit of a sandwich. Okay, so that's the top part. You see similar ridges. All right, now this part is the smooth channel. Okay, the black part, that is. See, that's nice and smooth, so that's what the key and the pick glides up against. We've got one of those on either side. It's really in there. Okay, here we go. Okay, and I've got actually the final piece there on the top, which similar to the one on top, it's got all the ridges on the side. So this is the bottom part of the channel. And of course, there's one here too. Okay. And that's it. This is all one solid piece. Well, there you have it. Bit of a mess, but that is the chain key lock. Only one spring is casualty. That's not too bad.